I'm doing? Very well. Okay. It's the last panel. Let me find my lights. It's the last panel of the day, unfortunately. But fortunately, we have a very special guest. I hope you enjoyed today and that you'll come back tomorrow for more. We have more panels tomorrow. We have another one with Itziari Tuño that you just saw. We have another one with our guest who's coming up next now. We have another one with John Romero. So please just, come, have fun. We're looking forward to having you here tomorrow. But for now, our next guest is an English actor and musician born in London, who is best known for his roles in CW's Gossip Girl, as well as Vincent Swan in the TV series White Gold. He earned the 2008 and 2009 awards for Best TV Villain at the Teen Choice Awards and was named Breakthrough Talent by GQ in 2010. Entertainment Weekly also named his character Chuck Bass #1 in their Best Dressed TV Characters of 2008 list. And I know a lot of people have been waiting to meet him, especially after watching Gossip Girl. I know I have. So please welcome Ed Westwick.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for coming. Thanks, Maria. Do you want me here?
Thank you. Yeah, right here.
What's up, Bucharest? How you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you, guys. What's up?
I know you said you landed just a few hours ago.
Yeah, a few hours ago, and we came in, and we've been in the other building doing some pictures and some autographs. I've seen lots of people dressed up, looking very cool, lots of people with different colored hair, all sorts of stuff. I hope everyone's having fun. It's really cool. You guys seem like a really great group of people, so thank you for having me.
Do you like comics? Are you into Comic-Cons and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I had the chance of stopping by at a Comic-Con in New York years ago. That was my first experience, and it was so intense, and it was so...
It's huge.
It's huge. It was so interesting, and you literally feel like you've been transported to another planet because there's characters, and people are dressed probably better than the actors are on the film. So it's like, where do you get these costumes? It's like amazing.
They usually make them, which is pretty cool.
Well, I mean, if they're making them, then that is just, people are talented, There's so much talent out there. I think this is one of the things about, TikTok, right? It's so I've got a TikTok account, and I did this challenge thing on there, and there was this young lady who completely transformed her face and her hair to look like me with makeup and all of that. And it was it was a sped up video. And I was just like this. I was like, what just happened?
Is that me?
But no, what I'm saying is that just it's the good thing about that is that there's a great platform for people to show their talent or their passions, There's so many great people out there expressing themselves. So super cool.
Is this your first time in Romania?
It's my first time in Romania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone will ask you this, but are you coming back?
I am coming back. When I'm coming back, I don't know. I just got here, right? But so we're going to do this today and tomorrow. I hope to meet and see some of you there tomorrow. And then I've got to go because I've got to do some work in England. But hey, man, I've got to come back, right? I've got to come back.
Great. So we're going to start with some questions, and then if there are questions from the people, you can always line up at the microphone like you usually do. But I want to start with a pretty delicate question, or not delicate, but pretty difficult. I want to talk about COVID a little bit. I've been curious and wondering how everyone's been dealing with it, because I know that for me, for example, it was a pretty difficult time. So I asked Anna actually earlier, Anna Schaffer, about it too, and I was wondering how you dealt with it professionally and if it affected you and also especially given that a lot of people have been saying that the arts aren't really essential during this time, and how did you push through that period?
Look, it has. I think it'd be crazy to say it's not been hard. It's affected pretty much everybody in different ways and to different levels. To say that the arts aren't essential is I mean, it's such a big question because, you know, I think of what I do as entertaining, right? And entertaining gives people, I hope, a sense of escapism or fun or whatever it might be. And so I do one small thing in entertaining, and artists entertain. So to have that taken away from people need to enjoy themselves, you know, and it brings a lot of enjoyment to people. So when artists can't entertain, you're stopping people from potentially enjoying themselves. And therefore, and that's why it's one of like the most essential things, you know. We want to smile, we want to laugh, we want to escape. So it's definitely essential. How did I deal with it? You know what? My industry, well, the acting industry was completely shut down. So I was like everybody else. I was at home in London, just watching the TV, you know, watching the news every night, like what's going on. And I don't think any of us expected it to really develop into the thing it did. It's been very, very challenging, and it just went on. And you know, my thoughts and sympathies go out to those who have lost people, and you know, it's just been hard. But I mean, I hope that we can all start to pick ourselves back up and get on.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for that. And I agree that a lot of people were at home watching things and then saying that the arts aren't essential. But I'm like, what are you doing? You're reading, you're watching TV, you're watching films. Of course the arts are essential. But it hurt when people said that. So, yeah. So let's go back in time a little bit. I read that you attended a Saturday morning drama school when you were 6.
That's right, yeah.
How was that? And is that like kind of the beginning of your career?
I guess you could say that in a way. I mean, I don't know if you could call it a career at that point, you know, but it was, it was certainly kind of my first time, or the first period in my life, being focused with other creative people, doing acting or singing or dancing. There were like 3. It was Saturday morning, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. So that was the first time, and I just remember just feeling inspired, and I still am. That's what I'm always seeking, you know. I still realize that when I'm not feeling happy or things just don't feel as, you know, I don't feel as on top of the world or whatever, it's because I'm not inspired, and different things inspire me. And I think it's key, you know, if you can keep your inspiration, or you can't, it's hard to keep it, but like, as long as you can always kind of try to find it again or search for it again, and it doesn't have to be a huge inspiration every time, but just something, you know, something to keep you curious about life, to keep you vibing, you know, that's what's important. So no, I really, really cherished those days, and had a good time, and then from there, you know, did some other things.
Great. You had a minor role in Children of Men, directed by Alfonso Cuarón back in 2006. And I was wondering, what was it like working with such a big director at a relatively young age, and what did you learn from that experience?
I had no idea who he was at that time. I think he'd just come off doing one of the Harry Potters.
Right, the third one.
Yeah, so I didn't know, and don't kill me, but I wasn't the biggest Harry Potter fan, so I didn't. I've seen them now. Okay, I've seen them now. They're great. I love them. No, so I didn't really know, but look, I was very young. And I was just happy to be on another film set. That was the second film set I'd ever been on. So, and I was again around amazing people, and I was just, my eyes were wide. I was hoping that whatever I was going to do was going to be okay, and luckily I was just a small part, so I couldn't mess it up. And yeah, it was just another great experience.
You played Vincent Swan, and he was part of your life from 2017 to 2019. And so I was wondering, how did he change during this time? How did the character change? Or how did it change you, rather?
I was just very proud of that role. You know, it was I was doing comedy, which I hadn't done too much of at that point, and I love being goofy. And although he wasn't really goofy, he was so sharp and witty, as were the other characters. So I really feel super grateful to have been part of that project. How the character changed, I mean, I don't know if he changed too much. You know, I think he realized a little bit that he was, you know, he wasn't focusing enough on the people that mattered the most to him enough. You know, his family. He was a pretty. He did some bad things. Yeah, but we'll forgive him.
But I feel like a lot of the times the characters who do bad things are the ones that are most loved because people always wonder, why does he do that? Or how can I love him if he still does that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, otherwise, but also, like, maybe we all relate to being a bit bad sometimes, you know? But also, it's, you know, we want to believe in people, you know? We want to believe that we can redeem or that people can redeem, you know? We want to see the best in people. And often, you know, it's just a case of where people are directing their energy, right? And a character like Vincent, incredibly clever, incredibly talented, passionate. You know, he was able to think on his feet and be very inventive. You know, and we see these people in different areas. You know, it's like if you have great power, if it's like you used wrongly, then it can do bad things, right? But if you channel it on a good thing, you can do something really positive.
For sure. I watched an interview with you from 2015 in which you said that the character that you most relate to is the one that you played in Son of Rambo, and a film that you did back in 2007, I think. So I was wondering if you feel like that's still true?
That's a good question. No, I don't think so. I think at that point in my life, because that was a character, I was playing an older brother who was, you know, had that classic sibling brother, older brother, younger brother relationship. And in my real life, I'd been the younger brother. So it was almost like I was kind of looking at it from that angle. So in that way, I could relate to it. But I wouldn't say that now that's probably the one that kind of that I most relate to. You know, I don't. My life is very different from the characters I've been fortunate enough to play. I think there's a little bit of me in all of them because there has to be, because you have to. Ultimately, you want to perform something authentically. But yeah, they're different.
Are you a method actor?
I wouldn't say that. No, not really, because that's too exhausting. You know,
I agree.
It's very tiring. So, you know, it's trying too hard. I'm trying to put in less effort these days. You know, no. Always try your best, but I think that I don't even know really what it is I do. I just kind of do what I feels right, and that's why it's so important for me. Most of the time, you know, the easier jobs might have seemed like the more challenging characters, but if you've connected with them in whatever way or whatever happens when you're reading a script and you're like, you start speaking like the character, trying things out, start walking around, start practicing a scene, and it's like, this I don't know, something's happening here, you know. They're the ones that feel easiest because there's just some connection, energy happening with it. Whereas sometimes I've played characters where I always say it's like this: it's like having a key to a lock, and if you've got the right key and you find the key and you unlock the lock, then it's great, it's easy, you're in. But sometimes you're at the lock all the time. Sometimes you've got to break the lock open, you know. So it's always interesting each time, you know. And going back to inspiration, I think that's one of the great things about acting, you know. Even if it's not on the biggest film or it's not whatever, if there's something about the project, whether it be the character, whether it be a couple of scenes that the character has, or something about it that you can find, then that becomes very inspiring for me.
So who inspires you? What actors inspire you?
Oh, so many, so many. You know, like I grew up watching a lot of Robert De Niro, like the big guys that we all love. You know, the heroes of film, the legends. Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, Al Pacino, I had the pleasure of reading a script for. He was thinking about directing a film on Modigliani, the painter, and he hasn't done it. And they asked me to read like a read the lead role. So it was amazing for me. He's like a hero of mine. And he said I did a good job. So that was good. But I mean, all of those big legends are inspirations to me. And then you know, there's so many great guys around now as well.
I was going to ask about the people that you've worked with in the past. Which one inspires you?
Yeah, Bill Nighy, who I did a film with, was great. In the same film, Chalet Girl, Nicholas Braun is absolutely hilarious, super talented. The guys from White Gold are just so naturally funny. It's wonderful to work with people like that.
As an actor, I'm really curious about the differences between the UK film industry and the US film industry. And you do a great American accent, right? So it's really easy for you to go in and out of the US film industry. So I was just wondering what the differences are and which one you prefer. And do you ever think about relocating to the US?
Well, I lived in America for years. So, and I'm there a lot of the time. So for me, you know, I mean, I live in London now. I feel settled in London again. So I would, you know, always, of course, it's possible I might move back to America. I mean, I've got to go there like next month and shoot a film, so I'll be there for a month. But what was the first half of that question?
What the differences are between the two industries.
The differences are the size of the snack table.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. The snack table on an American film set is from where this guy's standing to about that, whatever it is. And it's got all the food you've ever seen in your life. And it's amazing. And you get very fat, and it's wonderful. And I love it. I love it. No, it is actually that. No, the industry is that's it. End of question. The industry is it's much bigger, right? I mean, it's Hollywood. I mean, it's a bigger marketplace. The films generally, you know, have bigger budgets. There's more, possibly more cameras and stuff. But filmmaking's changed so much now, you know, because, you know, with the streamers, the online services, it's really kind of, it's changed stuff, you know, so you get a lot of kind of very small budget films being made now just for that.
Internationally, a lot more, I feel like.
Exactly. Like you're on Netflix and there's that stuff from all over the world and it's wonderful. I was watching this show, Lupin.
Yes.
Yeah, this show's great. And, you know, 10 years ago that you were like, this would never happen. I'd never just be able to watch a French TV show. So you know, I think those things what I've said are true, but I think one of the things that's going on is that perhaps the American game has had to step it up because, you know, now there's so much, as I said at the start, there's so much talent, so much creativity around. People from wherever they're from are putting together TV shows or films, and they're fantastic, and they've got a place for them to be shown now. And so it's not just like, oh, we're Hollywood, we're the only ones who can do it. It's not true. Anyone can do it.
Yeah, people have a lot more resources now, and like, you know, if you're talented and you do good work, chances are you're gonna get there.
I think so, and also the cameras, you know, the technical equipment. You don't need massive amounts of equipment to go off and shoot something that looks really good, you know. And also our tastes have changed. It's not just about action blockbusters. You know, it could be a film about a guy and a girl sitting on a couch doing an interview, and something could happen, and that could be it. You know. Right. So, I think I think we've seen the same story so many times where we want to see something that looks different, feels different, and it could come from anywhere.
I want to move on to talking about Gossip Girl for a little bit, and I know that you guys have a lot of questions about that, but I was just wondering if you were ready for all the, I'd say, acclaim that you got for the role. Was it like an overnight thing, or was it a thing that got progressively bigger, to say like that?
Yeah, it did get bigger, definitely. I mean, it got bigger, but it was overnight as well.
Right.
I was living in New York. We just finished. I just moved to New York. We just started shooting the first season, and outside of my apartment was a massive billboard. Like one day, I just came downstairs, and there was like boom, and it was all of our faces, and it said, "Gossip Girl," and I was like, what is this? What is going on here? And then all of a sudden, zoom, a bus goes by and our faces are on the bus. And I'm like, whoa. Wow. And I had my parents in town shortly after that, and they were just like, what is going on, So it was nuts. It was nuts. Super fun. Super fun. It felt like you were, I don't know, in a big rock band on tour, but you never left. You were always on the same stage, You always played one city. So it was nuts. It was super, and I love those guys, and we had a great time, and I was such an amazing thing. I'm a very lucky person. I'm a very lucky person to have had that experience and have had that kind of success, I guess you can call it, very early on. I was 19 years old when that happened, which is a long time ago now.
And did all the awards that you get change your opinion about yourself as an actor? Did they give you more confidence? Not just on a superficial level, like, oh, I won this award, but like actually changed the way you see yourself as an actor?
I think in a way it gave you more confidence, and then in a way it stripped your confidence. It's a very very strange thing, because as I said earlier, I'm never really sure what I'm doing. I'm just kind of giving it a go, and if it
doesn't look like it.
Yeah,
looks like you know
right?
exactly what you're doing.
No, I really don't. So I'm just kind of giving it a go, and if it works out, it works out, and it did work out on that one. Lucky me. But no, I think awards. I mean, awards. What are they really? I mean, at the end of the day, it's nice. I mean, some of the ones I've picked up were great. Breakthrough talent, that was super cool. But I was also, I mean, for me, it was just, it was thank you very much, and it was a good party. But no, I mean, it's also an industry where I don't think it really matters about awards. Like, we've seen people win Oscars and never work again, So, you gotta. It's very competitive. It's a hustle, and you've always got to keep going if it's what you want to do.
And the opinion about awards has changed, I feel, and who gets the awards and who gets to decide who gets the awards, and I feel like that is definitely changing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know how. I don't really know the system of how different, awards are given out. But certainly, diversity has been a big issue, and it needed to be addressed. And it has, I mean, there's obviously work to be done. But I mean, it's an interesting thing. It's a crazy thing. But I think ultimately, it's not about the awards. It's about the work, and it's about the movies. It's about the shows, It's about those things. It's about the way they make the audience feel. And I think any actor, at least for me, not any actor, I'll speak for myself. The greatest thing is not like somebody saying, "Here's a statue." Yeah. It's the letters I get from people who said they watched something and it got them through a hard time, or it made them feel really good, or like some of you guys I just met, like were saying thank you, and really, really loved my work and stuff. And I was like, you know, it's amazing. So for a guy that doesn't know what he's doing, it's really good. Thank you so much. No.
I see that there's a big line. I didn't see that until now, so I'm going to ask you one last question. Do you feel like you've achieved your biggest dream as an actor, or do you still have a big bucket list, a big to-do list for your career as an actor?
100%. I feel like I haven't done anything. I feel like I haven't done anything, and I'm not being greedy. I'm not being ungrateful or anything, but like, you know, it's hard to be a very busy actor, and even if you are a very busy actor, you've still got time, and you know, because a lot of the time as well, you're doing the projects either that it's somebody else's project, and they need somebody to play this role, and you get that role, and it's somebody else's baby, it's somebody else's dream project, you know. It might be a dream acting in it, but there are different ways to look at that. But no, there are lots of different things I'd love to do. You know, I'm not that old. You know, it's not over. You know, I've still got some time. We're gonna do some stuff. No, I've got some interesting stuff coming up as well. So I'm very excited. I can't tell you about it just yet, but it's I'm excited for it.
That's amazing. Well, thank you, and let's open it up to the people.
So I'll be the first one.
It's the singer.
Yes.
How are you, singer?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you something. Like, Chuck Bass is the role of your life. What have you kept? I mean, what Ed kept from Chuck in the real life?
Well, here's a funny story. Like, you mean like physically?
No, I mean like
good,
in your
because
life.
physically I've got nothing.
No, you have. You know what you have? This blue jacket. It's kind of Jack's.
It's a little bit like that,
yes.
right? Hey, there you go. I did it for you.
Thank you.
I think. Well, look. I mean, you guys. I think some of you at least watched Gossip Girl, and so that's one of the reasons I'm here. So look, it stays. It stays with me. It's great. You know, we're still talking about it. I mean, they've just launched a new Gossip Girl. So.
And after so many years, we still love Chuck.
I know.
Right, girls? Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, look, I mean, as I said earlier, I was very lucky to play that role, and it was amazing, and I had a good time. So thank you for enjoying it.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey.
It's known that you're also a musician, and I was wondering what's your relationship with music these days, and if you have any projects.
I do.
I've
got yeah. No, thanks. I've got like 2 songs on my phone that I just got mixed by this guy, and I think it sounds good. I'm scared, you know. I'm nervous, you know. I think it's good. I was playing some music with some friends of mine in LA. So we recorded some songs, and we've just been very slow to get them kind of sounding where we wanted to have them sound. So, you know, if I don't think they're completely awful, I'll maybe release them.
Hi.
Hey.
So my question is obviously going to be about Gossip Girl, since I watched it like 17 times, all
That's
of it.
awesome. Thank you.
So not to be basic, but what is your favorite scene that you have played in Gossip Girl?
It's not basic at all, you know, because it's not like a basic answer. I honestly can't give you one scene. Like, for me, the things that stand out as moments for me, and like I've said this before, but it's true. When I was at the top of the Eiffel Tower, oh, not the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, I was at the top and at the top of the Eiffel Tower. I was there, and I had the flowers, and we just missed each other. That thing was amazing. And then to go to the Eiffel Tower, to go to France, when we were in the train station, like that moment. And some young lady had that moment on a T-shirt. I met her earlier. That was super cool. So like, there's those moments, and then like, to be honest, like private moments, like laughing in the dressing room with Chase Crawford, or all of us getting our hair and makeup done, and there are a bunch of dogs, like puppies, because everyone had puppies, like running around, and some people are crying, some people are going crazy, and like, yeah, just private moments, you know. So all of those things, man. There was a massive part of my life.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey Ed,
What's up, dude?
I'm awesome. You?
All good.
So I haven't experienced Gossip Girl. I'm just here to support my girlfriend who's experienced it, like who's been through Gossip Girl
That's
like
your
17
girlfriend right
times.
now? Awesome, man.
Yes. So I have a two-part question for you. I
Yes,
come
sir.
from a land of 1.3 billion people, India, of course. So I have this. My question is for you: if you've experienced any Indian movie, if you could name it, and you are quite handsome, no, not denying.
So are you, man. Thanks a lot.
Oh, you can't compare. We can't compare each other. So I'm sorry. I have a little stage fright. So if you've been through an Indian movie, name that. And if you ever plan, like if you get an opportunity to be cast into an Indian movie, if you would.
I haven't.
Bollywood?
Yeah. No, look, I've got a lot of friends from India and in London, and I haven't. Do you know, one of my biggest regrets is not going to my friend's wedding. Okay, my friend, he invited me to his wedding about.
Big mistake.
I know, because like, you guys throw some crazy weddings apparently.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah, so I just couldn't make it, but I you know, I've always looked at India with admiration and intrigue. I'd love to go there. Films, you've got me. I don't want to, you know, I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But I know that there's a massive industry, huge stars. I mean, I've seen clips of some good Bollywood action, and I mean, hey,
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
thanks.
want me to do it, I'll
Oh,
do
definitely.
it. For you, I'll do it.
I don't think it's for me. It's for
You can-
all the women across the world.
You can be my agent.
Don't you agree?
All right, that's it. Let's go.
All right,
Let's
thank
do
you.
it. Hey, man, thank you. Have a great night.
I recommend Rockstar. Have you seen Rockstar? It's so good. I highly recommend it.
Oh my God! Hi,
Hello.
I'm so emotional right now.
Okay, don't be too emotional. It's all good.
Okay, I'm fine. I want to ask you.
That was the funniest thing ever. Did you do that deliberately?
What?
That was brilliant. That was
Oh my
so
God!
good.
Thank you.
That was like comic genius right there. Oh,
Oh my God, thank
I'm
you
so
so
emotional. Okay, I won't. I'm fine.
So I tell you.
Somebody sign her up. Okay.
So I did tell you earlier that my mom loves you so
Yes.
much.
Okay.
Yeah, and she and I want to know if you did watch the new Gossip Girl.
I have not seen the new Gossip Girl.
Oh my God.
I have not seen it. You know, I want to watch
Why?
it. I don't know. Do you know what? It's not like I'm sour or anything about it. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just honestly like I'm quite picky. I probably should watch it. Honestly, all I watch is like.
I mean,
I watch
it's
documentaries
not
and
that
like.
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
You are
I'll
the
let
best.
Well.
The show is nothing without you.
Oh,
Can you say hi to my mom, please?
where's your mum? What's her name?
Flora.
Flora.
Janina.
Say it one more time.
Janina.
Janina.
Yeah.
Hi, Janina.
Oh my God. I love you so much.
I love you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I think I'm done.
You're brilliant. Keep being you.
Thank you so much.
All right. You have a good night.
Mai filmat toată?
Hi.
Hey.
How would you describe Chuck and Blade's relationship in 3 words?
I need one. Toxic.
Because I think it's iconic and powerful.
I think we screwed up a lot of people's heads, a lot of young people's heads about what love is. That's what I think what we did. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you, brother. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Hey, I want to ask you which was the hardest filming scene of Gossip Girl?
The hardest thing to film was the funeral or when we thought he was dead, of Bart Bass.
Yes.
That was really hard because at that point, I'd never had to do something like that. So I was like, what do I do? So that was really hard. And then again, when he came back from the dead, and I had him on the roof, and he fell off the roof. Did he push him? That was hard as well, because again, it was just these super, super intense scenes. And I remember also it was so cold in New York. It was so cold. And when it's freezing cold, it's you can't act. You can't act because everything is frozen. Your nose is running, like your ears are hurting, and it's like, what am I even doing right now? You have no color, so like, you know, if I show you an emotion, or if I get embarrassed, right, I'm gonna blush. Yeah. But if I'm freezing cold, there's no blood in my face. So how am I supposed to act? So, anyway, that's probably some of the hardest stuff.
Thank you, and I want to say I love you.
Hey, I love you.
Thank you.
Hi.
What's going on?
I wanted to ask, have you took anything from the Gossip Girl set?
No, I mean, they gave me like one kind of like plaque poster thing, but they wouldn't let us take anything. No clothes, nothing. Can you believe that?
No.
I know. Let's go back. Let's get them.
Mean.
Me and you will go and we'll break in. We'll take the stuff.
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
I was wondering if you keep in touch with someone from the Gossip Girl cast.
I mean, yeah, now and again. I haven't spoken to them in a while. You know, I think I love those guys. They're great. But yeah, we were together so much for so long, and then everyone kind of just goes off and does their thing, you know. But we see each other at events or stuff like that. I mean, I'm in London. I think most of them are in LA or New York. So, yeah, it's from sometimes.
And I have something more, if it's okay. Me and my best friend came here for you, and it's her birthday tomorrow, but
Okay.
we're leaving tonight.
So what's her name?
Alexandra.
Alexandra,
She's here.
happy birthday. I hope you have the best day. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Bye.
Thank you, bye.
Hi, Ed.
Hello.
I'm shaking.
Hey.
I wanted to ask you if you could have the life that Chuck Bass had. You do choose. You do.
Would I have that? Would I have Chuck Bass's life?
You could have it.
Is that the question?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what did this? Yeah, I mean, so what? He had a lot of money.
Yeah.
Had a lot of drama. But I think, look, I think he had a good. I don't know, man. I don't know. Those characters. It was a crazy world. Does anyone really live like that? I don't know. But no, I'll have my life.
Okay.
As good as it is sometimes, and even when it's not so good, this is my life, and we got to have it. And you know, you gotta want your own life. I hope you guys want yours.
Thank you. I love you.
Love you.
Hi.
Hello.
You're quite intimidating.
I'm intimidating.
Yes.
Oh no. Do you want me to sit on the floor? I could do. I'm not intimidating, sweetheart.
Okay, so this is kind of weird, but if someone were to turn your life into a movie, who would you like to play you?
Robert Pattinson, because he looks like.
Oh my God, I love
Right?
you. Yes.
Because I
You
feel
just
like you've
had
got
that
to have
answer.
Holy shit.
this guy. Because I used to. There was a funny story. I was in an airport once, and this guy came up to me, and he would not leave me alone. So and he was like, "Hey, you're the guy, huh?" And I was like, and I thought he watched Gossip Girl, so I was like, "Oh yeah," and he was like, "You're the vampire guy," and I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, I'm not. And he would not stop. He was like, no, it's you. And I was like, dude, it's honestly not me. So a few people have said when we were younger or whatever, we looked a little bit alike. So I guess Rob Pattinson. I mean, he's a great actor. I mean, he's Batman, so I'll take Robert Pattinson playing me. Might be a bit of a boring story though, but anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry to be intimidating.
Hey.
Hey.
So, I watched Gossip Girl. I love it. And then I watched White Gold, and I love it too.
Thank you.
But both characters are so different, and I wanted to ask you, who do you like more, and in each way do you like it more? And also, in 3 days it's my birthday, so I would really enjoy it if you...
Said happy birthday.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Ingrid.
Ingrid, happy birthday.
Thank
Have a great
you.
time in 3 days. Start partying now. And to answer your question, again, I feel so lucky to have played Chuck Bass. Feel so lucky to have played Vincent Swan, both at different times in my life. Two very different characters. I think, Chuck Bass was very much a boy trying to learn what it is to be a man. And I think Vincent Swan was a man who was very much a boy. No. Just two totally different characters, but I mean, fantastic, larger than life, had real presence, were redeemable, I think, and just very interesting, It was just, look, it's also down to the writers, right? Somebody had to write the words. I just, did what I did, but without good writing, it's hard to do what I can't do anything.
You did a great job.
Thank you so much.
I can tell you that much.
Thank you, Ingrid. Thank you for your question.
Thank you too.
Hi.
Hello.
What is a movie or a book that changed the way you see life?
A movie or book that changed the way you see life.
Okay. Change the way I see life. Ooh. Movie or a book? I think, like, Back to the Future. Something like that. I know you wanted, like, a deep answer, but you're not getting one. No, because, or like anything, Jurassic Park, honestly, and that sounds nuts, but it's not, because like that inspired me about movies. I was like, how did this get made? I thought the dinosaurs were real. I was like, where did they get it? Just the sense of adventure that you can get out of a film, So that was it. But no, on a more serious note, I mean, like The Notebook, that was pretty damn good, right? I don't
Would you like to be in something like that?
The Notebook. Yeah, I'd love to be in The Notebook, and I'd like to be in Jurassic Park. I'll play the dinosaur. Be great. I'd be a good dinosaur.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, so I'm curious, based on your personality and beliefs, if Gossip Girl was real, where would you stand? Like, would you be friends with Blair and Serena and Nate, or would be an outsider like Dan or something?
Outsider? I'd happily. They're all lunatics. I wouldn't. No. No, I don't think so. It's too much drama. Drama, This is why when I say, like, where I went to school, there was like none of this, It was like people weren't even like that. But maybe that's what happens when you're, I don't know, rich and from a rich family in New York. That's not where I'm from. So, I don't know. But I don't think I could be friends with them. It's too much drama.
Yeah, I think so too.
It stresses me out thinking about them.
Yeah. Thank you.
What about you? Wait a minute. What about you? Would you be one of the gang?
I'm not sure. I mean,
You would.
I've been thinking about it.
You would. You got the headband on and everything.
Well,
you would.
it depends, actually.
We know what you're like.
Now, in real life, I'm an introvert. Like, I really don't like to talk to many people. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm an actress, and somehow, when I act, I kind of change myself, like, in many ways.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's interesting.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
What kind of characters do you enjoy playing the most? Like dramatic ones or?
It doesn't matter as long as it's well written. Again, it's got to be. There has to be some spark, something, you know. Even if it's not necessarily the words they say, maybe it's the description or whatever. But in terms of genre, I don't mind, you know. That's the thing. I've never been somebody who wanted to just do the same thing, and I've deliberately gone after roles or said yes to roles for characters that are different, you know.
Yes.
I think
thank
that's
you.
one of. Oh, sorry.
I love you.
Thank you. Love you.
Well, hello again.
Hello.
I wanted to say that it's really funny that we're wearing the same color. I mean, it's.
Yeah, it's funny. It is.
My question is, I'm a psychologist and I don't see myself doing anything else. And I wanted to ask you, if you weren't an actor, what job would you like to have?
My mother's a psychologist with children. Well, she was. She's older now, but great job. Keep doing it. What would I do? I don't know. People have asked me that, and I just don't know. You know, I mean, is there much? This is the thing, okay? Acting can be so hard. It is so hard. I mean, not doing the job, but like the business, so hard. That there are so many times you ask yourself, is this what I want to do? Is this what okay, didn't get another part. I auditioned a bunch of times, didn't get a part. Like, so if you think about it too much, about like what else would I do, then, I mean, you're kind of being tortured. So I don't really know. I don't really think about it too much, you know? I'd like to be a professional soccer player, but like that's been it. What do you see me doing?
I don't know. In white gold, that job really defined you. I mean.
Oh man, I can't sell windows. I'm not going to sell windows.
Yeah, but in a bad way, you could.
In a bad way, I
Yeah.
could.
I mean,
Okay,
you can
so we
you
know.
can manipulate
Hey,
people,
there's
so-
always windows. All right,
Yeah.
great. I'm going to remember that one.
Thank you. You're
Thank
a
you.
really valuable man, and good luck with what you're doing.
Thank you, sweetheart. Have a great night.
We only have time for one more question, unfortunately.
Hello.
Hello.
First, I want to say that I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
And my question is, do you think your personality is similar to Chuck's personality in some ways?
Do I seem like Chuck Bass?
A little bit.
Really?
A little
Oh my
bit.
God. I'm intimidating. I seem like Chuck Bass.
And handsome.
I thought I was weird. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Thank you. I think, you know, what I said earlier about performing with authenticity. Something has to. You have to connect to what the character's doing in a way. So maybe there's part of me in there, but the context and the story is so different. If that makes any sense, you know, it's like there's a bit of me in there, but it's not really me, you know. Or maybe he would do things that I couldn't do or wouldn't do, or something like that, you know.
Example?
Well, like he's like a billionaire, right? And he's like, you know, disappearing to Prague and living a secret life over there, and you know, I don't know, doing all that stuff.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's all we have time for today, unfortunately. But there is another panel tomorrow with that. So if you want to come see that, that would be great. And thank you so much for everything.
Guys, that was super fun. Thank you so much. I hope you all get home safe, all right? Thank you. Good night.
And I'll see you tomorrow. Please come join us tomorrow for all the panels that we have. And good night.